This is General Krisnov of the Soviet Army with CHS World News Video. The United Nations appealed on Friday to the Saudi-led military coalition to fully lift its blockade on Yemen, saying up to 8 million people were, quote, right on the brink of famine. Earlier this week, the coalition partially eased its blockade to let aid into portions of Hanyang and Salaf, the UN flights into Sanaa. But aid shipments covered only a fraction of Yemen's needs, since almost all food, fuel, and medicine are imported. The coalition, which is backed by the United States and other countries, began the blockade on November 6 after Saudi Arabia intercepted a missile fired from Yemen towards its capital Riyadh. A second missile was shot down on Thursday. Quote, that blockade had been partially wound down, but not fully wound down. It needs to be fully wound down if we are to avoid a tragic humanitarian tragedy involving the loss of millions of lives, the like of which the world may not see for many decades, UN Humanitarian Chief Mark Locklear said. Quote, Yemen has a population of 25 million people. 20 million of them need assistance, and something like 7 or 8 million of them are right now on the brink of famine, he said, as he launched the UN's 2018 humanitarian appeal. Locklear stepside reported questions on whether the Saudi-led blockade amounted to a violation of international law, though he said the United Nations had consistently urged all parties in the conflict to respect their obligations. A judge will give his ruling on Monday of whether 8 pro-independence Catalonian politicians charged with sedition should be released from custody so they can contest a regional election set for December 21st, judicial sources said on Friday. A judge will give his ruling on Monday on whether 8 pro-independent Catalonian charged with sedition should be released from custody on contest, a regional said on December 21st. The face-off between Barcelona and Madrid had tipped Spain into its worst political crisis in 4 decades, prompting more than 2,800 companies to move their legal headquarters out of the region and forced the government to cut growth forecasts. It has also deeply divided people in the wealthy northeastern region and caused resentment in the rest of Spain. Sacked regional vice president Oriol Junqueras, one of his ERC party main candidates for the election, had asked to leave jail in order to campaign in the December vote, which pro-independence parties see as a de facto vote on secession. The pressing judge will make his decision on the cabinet members' custody public on Monday, judiciary sources said. Any releases would be likely to be under bail and under strict conditions as the defendants await trial. Junqueras and 7 other former cabinet members were jailed on November 2nd, pending charges of sedition, rebellion, and misappropriation of funds after the organization the legal secession vote and declaring independence from Spain. Early in November, the Supreme Court released Catalan President Speaker Carmel Fidel on a bail of €1,500, $78,410, after they announced any political activity that went against Spain's constitution. All former cabinet members said they would abide by a ruling giving Madrid control over the region, according to their lawyers, although some of them said they did not agree with the apprehended move stripping power from the rebel administration. Campaigning for the December 21st election officially starts on Tuesday. Thought they forgot about that stuff. Well, it's Friday, and I'm sure you don't have anything to do but watch this, but I'm done because I have a life. This has been General Krisnov of the Soviet Army with CHS World News Video, a subsidiary of CHS Broadcasting.